What's up, guys? Patrick Longley here from PatrickLongleyRealty.com, and today we're going to go over easements. What are they and how do they work? Stick around to get all the details. See you on the other side. What's up, guys? So today we're going to go over easements and what they are exactly. Now, out here in Hawaii, you'll find a lot of easements, and basically what that is when there's a house in the front and a house in the back, and you technically have to go through somebody's property to get to your house, right? And we can't just be using a helicopter to fly to your house, so they have to use a driveway, and sometimes that has to go through somebody's property. So let's take a look at my sweet little drawing here. So as you can see, let's say this is the main street, right? We have a driveway that goes to this person's property, and then the driveway keeps going, and there's another property in the back. Now, you may or may have not seen this before. I come across it a lot, but this is basically how it works. So we can see that property A, this is their property line, right? And they have this driveway that has nothing to do with their property, and it's actually helping this person get to their house. They wouldn't be able to get to their house unless they went through this person's property, which is kind of weird. It's a weird concept that somebody has to go through my property to get through to their house. How does that work, right? Like, who's in charge of keeping up with that? Can they use it whenever they want? All of those details. Well, let's dive a little bit deeper into this. So the first property is property A. Then we have property B, okay? Property A is what we like to call the Serbian tenant. This is someone who basically has to serve this person in allowing them to go through their property, okay? Then you have the dominant tenant. They're basically dominating this person. Although they don't own the rights to this easement, they're dominating the right to use that easement, right? Now, the big question is okay, well, I'm letting this guy, this dominant guy, or the property B, to use my driveway to come through. Well, who's in charge of actually cleaning it up? Let's say it starts overgrowing with tons of grass. Who's in charge of managing that easement? Now, this is where there can be a lot of blowback back and forth, but usually you'll see in the preliminary title report before you buy the home who actually owns the easement and who's actually responsible for the upkeep of the property. Now, in normal situations, it would only make sense that if somebody is using my driveway and using it over and over again to get to their property, that they should have to keep up with the easement. If it starts overgrowing, it's their responsibility to upkeep it. Sometimes there's easements that might be in between two properties and they split the responsibilities. But that's usually how it goes, and you'll be able to see in the preliminary title report who owns the easement and who's responsible for maintaining that easement, because, I mean, you want to know these things before you purchase a home, and then you might have somebody coming and going through your property. You want to know, well, who's responsible for making sure that that stays intact, doesn't get overgrown. If there's cracks or any foundational issues, it gets sorted out. So that's what easements are and how they work. And I want to thank to my buddy Gene out of Oahu Party Bus who asked me this question, and I basically made this video for him and all of my other fans out there who are looking into purchasing and investing in real estate. This is essentially what an easement is, but it's also very important that you know all the finer details. So make sure you ask your realtor, okay, well, who's the owner, who's the dominant, who's the Serbian tenant, and who has to maintain this before you move forward with actually purchasing the property. Anyways, guys, that's it for now. Those are easements. I'm Patrick Long with PatrickLongRealty.com. You guys have a great day. Aloha.